Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to convert your velcro style diapers to snaps. These are Bum Genius all-in-one diapers, and you can tell that the velcro is looking pretty bad on these diapers. They're curling up, and just the velcro in general is it's just bad. You can see it's peeling up. I don't know where it's peeling up at. Some spots I think it's peeling off. Yeah, it's just completely coming loose from the diaper altogether. So the velcro definitely isn't going to hold up much longer. So in order to extend the life of your diaper, you're going to want to switch it over to snaps. Now you can send it to somebody to have it converted, or you can do it yourself. Doing it yourself is simple, and once you've done one, you've got it down pat, and it doesn't take no time to finish them. And this doesn't just apply to Bum Genius diapers. You can do this to your Thirsties or any other diaper that has Aplex on it. So anyways, we're going to turn this diaper into this diaper. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like here once it's finished. So once it's finished, it's going to look like this. And that extends the life of your diaper, because snaps definitely last much longer. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take all your velcro off. So you're going to need a seam splitter for that. This is just a little bitty one. You can use a larger one. If you don't have a seam splitter, you can definitely use scissors. Just be very careful not to mess up your PUL on the diaper. So what you're going to do is go in and break all your stitches, and you can see that the stitches are left right here where the velcro has come apart. We'll deal with that at the end. Right now we're just going to worry about actually getting the Aplex off of the diaper in general. So I will work on getting that off, and after I get all that off, I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, once you get your velcro off, it's going to look like this. And like I showed you before, there's some stitching on the very top that was left on where the velcro was coming apart. So what you're going to want to do is just take your seam splitter, and don't poke your PUL, but just stick it in through the stitches and just work all those stitches out. You're going to want to get all your stitching out before you actually put on any snaps. So work on getting all your stitches loose, and then once you get all your stitches loose, you can just take your fingers and just pull out all of your stray stitching that's just hanging up there. So get all that done, and then you're going to want to take off these. And normally I cut this loose, just one whole part loose, but I forgot to bring my scissors in here. So I'm just going to rip it with a seam splitter. It'll work just the same. Oh, I'm knocking the camera around. But this would be a lot easier if I had scissors, but since I don't have them with me. Okay, so now we're inside, and you can see the stitches in there. So you're just going to want to break the stitches loose all the way around until you get the tabs off both sides, and you're going to repeat that process on the other side until you get both of the tabs completely off. Okay, so once you get all of the velcro off, this is what it looks like. So it's completely clean. You will see the line, and you'll actually see some little needle holes where the stitching was, but that's perfectly okay. It's not going to affect the diaper when you use it. So I've got the laundry tabs off. Now, you can take this off, or you can leave it on. I personally would rather have it off, just because I don't think it looks very nice. So I'm going to pull that off, and then I'll come back and show you the next steps. Okay, so I have the laundry tabs pulled off, and like I said, that is an unnecessary step, but it's just one step that I like to take. Okay, so the first, actually, you're going to need a tape measure, and you can use a ruler, and you're also going to need an ink pen, or a pencil, or a fabric marker. What you're going to do is you're going to find the center of your diaper. So fold your diaper in half. So here's the center, and we are going to measure from one corner. Oh, I lost my spot. Sorry. We're going to measure from one side to this side. So see how long that is. And that is about 5.5 inches long. So the diaper in total is going to be 11 inches long. We've got our 5.5 right here. So this is about the center of our diaper. Alright. So we are going to go 1 inch down. And so we will measure, we'll put the marks 1 inch down. An easy way to do this, if you look on this diaper, you'll see the lines from where the Velcro was. If you put your first marks on that top line, that'll be your base point. That, you can see, is your 1 inch down. So if you take your sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking about what I want to say. If you take your measuring tape and measure out and find your center point, like I said, 5.5 is our center point. So there is our center, and I can just barely see the stitch line above. And what we're going to do is we're going to make one mark on the 6 and one mark on the 5. So we mark right there on that top line, just one dot there and one dot on the 5. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go 1 inch over. So 5 total dots on the left side and 5 total on the right side. So we'll go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, you're going to do the same for the other side. Make sure you keep everything even here. So you go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now you have your dots. You should have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dots. That's perfect. Now you're wanting to measure 1 inch down from the first dot that you made. So 1 inch down, you're going to make another dot. So you have that one. You measure down 1, and you put another dot right there. So 1 there, 1 there. I'm going to do this with the entire diaper, all the way down. Okay, once you finish, you're going to have your diaper that looks like this. Don't worry about the marks. Your snaps are going to completely cover those marks. And as far as the ends go, you can measure, but, and again, when you measure, it'll be 1 and 1. So it'd be 1 snap here up that inch, and 1 snap there, so 1 inch apart. But I'll show you how I do it. I don't exactly do it that way, because sometimes you can get them a little off, I think. So let me finish the diaper, and then I'll show you how I like to put the snaps on. Alright, so now that you have it marked, your next step is, sorry I have to stretch out here, I'm sitting on the floor in my bathroom. So the next step is you're going to have to poke holes through this. And in order to do that, you're going to need your awl. But I wanted to show you something before we start poking holes here. Some people are going to say not to do this, and I'm going to tell you to do this. Some people are going to tell you not to poke through this layer. I say do poke through it. And the reason I say that is because if you only put one snap through this very thin layer of PUL, you're going to get a lot of stretching and a lot of pulling when you're trying to pull your snaps off. And it could possibly rip your PUL. But now if you're going through this and this, which is another waterproof layer, you're going to have a stronger hold onto those snaps. The reason this is here in the first place is because when your diaper was sewn, it was stitched right here. And so this was actually covering the stitch marks to give you a better leak protection from those stitches. So it's not going to hurt anything to poke your holes through here because your hole's going to be covered by your snap. So when you poke through here, you'll want to hold your hand against this just so that you make sure you're not going to poke any other part of the diaper. You don't want to put a hole through the rest of your PUL. So you're going to put one hand inside your diaper and you're going to put one hand on the outside. So go ahead and straighten your the inside layer down. You want it to be straight. You don't want it to be bunched up in there. And you're just going to start taking your awl and you're going to poke it through each individual hole that you have. Make sure you are going to go through that layer. Have to make sure that layer is in there. And you're just going to stick your awl through. Stick it all the way down. Make sure you've got your hand. You can't really tell it. See, I'm kind of holding my hand like that to protect any other part of the diaper. You can see that awl right there. I'm just kind of protecting it. So once you get it in, give it a twist or two. It helps just to kind of open that fabric up. And then you just go on to the next one. And on to the next one. And you're just going to do this for every mark that you've made. Once you get all of those holes poked, we'll go back and we'll actually put our snaps in. Okay, so for this next step, you're going to need your snaps. I get my snaps at Cam Snaps, but there's other places that you can get them. So there's 3 parts to one snap. You're going to use, this is your cap, this is your socket, and this is your stud. Your stud has the raised edge on it, and your socket has the dip. And your socket is what's going to go into, the stud's going to go into the socket. And you will use 1 cap for every socket and 1 cap for every stud. So let's go ahead and get started with the diaper. You're going to put your hand inside. You're going to take, so first of all, the cap's going to go on the inside and it's going to come out like that. So you want to put your hand inside the diaper with the stud in your hand. You're going to find your one of your holes, and it doesn't matter which one you start with. Any of them will be fine. And so once you push it through, you will see the stud sticking out like that. You're going to place your socket on top, and then you're going to use your snap pliers. You can get these at Cam Snaps also, or just about anywhere online. So you're going to hold it down, feel for the cap in the back. You're going to make sure the cap is laying flat into the die. You don't want it laying out. And you're just going to squeeze as hard as you can. And then go ahead and inspect it. And you want to make sure that it's lying flat and that it's not bubbled up. And the only way you're going to know if these work is if you snap your other snap onto it once you get your wings done. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting all of these snapped up, and then I'll be back to show you how we do the wings. Okay, so once you get your snaps on your diaper, the next step is going to be doing the wings. Now, like I said, you can go ahead and measure your wings with your measuring tape 1 inch apart, or you can do it this way. And this is just the way I prefer to do it. I just like to put the diaper like I am going to snap it. I don't have to do it this way because I'm kind of at a funny angle here. So if I were to snap the diaper here, I would expect to have my snaps right here, just from feel, and I think that that just works better for me. So, sorry about that. Grab my pen, put a little mark there, and I'm still holding it. I'm going to put a little mark here, and that makes my spots. Then I'll just take run it through. Do this one the same. Okay. And this time you're going to put the cap through this hole all the way to the other side there. And you are going to use a stud this time. So you're going to slide the stud over. Oh. Slide the stud over, and then take your pliers and, well, I just lost my cap. Right, and then just squeeze it really good, and then your there you go, there it's focusing. The cap, the prong to the cap should be in there, and it should be smashed really flat and nice. So we're going to do one more, and then we'll do the other side. And then once we get the other side finished, we will check out our snaps to make sure that they are all snapping correctly. And then if they're not, I'll show you how to fix that, and then we'll be finished. Okay, so we have those on now. So now the thing is we want to snap both snaps into each snap for 5 snaps, because there's 5 for each side, and that'll help us to know. You want to hear it click. So the first 2 snaps are perfect. Alright, that's good. 3rd snap, that's great. So that one, there it goes, okay. Let me snap that again. Great, okay. So we're going to go to the 4th snap. That's perfect, perfect. And then our 5th snap. That's perfect. Okay, so now I have 5 more snaps. We want to make sure that these all fit. That was our first snap. Second. There's our third. There's our fourth. That one works. I'm having a problem with this one, I think. There it goes. Okay. But just to show you, since I didn't have any problems with them, I just want to tell you what to do in case you do have a problem with one of them snapping. If you do have a problem with one of them snapping, you can just take a look at your snaps and just right off. If you look at this one, see if I can get it close enough to focus here. You see how the prong to the cap is kind of really close to that edge. That could give you a problem. So if that was the one giving you a problem, not allowing your diapers to snap, you can take the rubber piece. I just took it off. Let me show it to you. This is the piece that's normally on. You can just take that off, and if it's to the side, you can be really careful and gentle and just kind of push it back a little. And then once you push it back, you can flatten it a little flatter, just using the metal piece without the little rubber. And like I said, this one wasn't giving me a problem, but I just want to kind of give you an idea of how you can use it. Use your pliers to help push things back. So I just messed with it a little bit. Let's make sure it still snaps. And now it doesn't snap at all. Okay, so now it doesn't snap at all because I've really kind of pushed it back in there. So I'm just going to take my awl, and this is just kind of an example of just some of the things that you can do to mess with the snaps until you get them right. So I'm just kind of pulling it off the wall a little bit. Okay, so it's off a little bit. Now I'm going to take my pliers again and just push back another direction. And then I'm going to try to flatten it completely straight. Okay. And then stick it in there. Make sure you put the cap down flat into your die. And press. And now let's see if our snap is snapping. And now it's snapping. So it just takes a little work with some of them. So yeah, that is how you convert your cloth diapers over to snaps. And it really does prolong the life of your diapers. You'll get so much more use out of your diapers once they are converted over to snaps. Now you can use any color snaps you want. I use the butternut snaps with the butternut colored diaper. With this one I have white snaps. You can get creative and put black snaps or green snaps or red snaps or whatever you want to put on your diapers. But that is a easy way to do your diapers. You can get your snaps at Cam Snaps. You can get your snap pliers at Cam Snaps. That's camsnaps.com. You can get some snap pliers, and usually about 300 snaps for about $34 on eBay. So yeah, check it out, and that's how you do it. Hope this video helped somebody. Thanks.